Northern Territory Chief Minister Michael Gunner has refused to rule out sacking senior public servants if they refuse to sign up to a pay freeze. More of that around the country, I'd reckon. Matt Cunningham has just interviewed the Chief Minister and he joins me now live from Darwin. Thanks for joining us, Matt. Getting tough to try and save a bit of taxpayers' dollars. That'll go down pretty well with the public, but it sounds like some of the public servants are not too keen.
Well, the problem the Chief Minister is going to have, Chris, is that there's about 21,000 public servants here in the Northern Territory, and as you can imagine, that makes up a large percentage of the voting bloc. I think there's only about 105,000 voters, so they're a pretty powerful bunch. But this all stems back to the budget crisis that we saw just before Christmas. The government announced it was on track to hit a net debt of $35 billion within 10 years if it didn't do something to rein in spending. Now, in April, the government announced that it was freezing the pay not just of politicians but also of senior public servants, those on executive contracts. Those executive contracts are worth at least $217,000 per year. The problem the government has is that many of those public servants had just signed up to a new agreement that locked in a 2.5% pay rise each year for the next 3 years. Now, I've obtained an email that was sent to those public servants late last week where they were basically asked to volunteer to sign up to this pay freeze. In that email that was sent by a CEO, it says the Northern Territory Government is now requesting that all executive employees who were issued their existing contract prior to April 23, 2019 agree to vary their current contract provisions by continuing to receive their current package rate for the next 3 years. I interviewed the Chief Minister, Michael Gunner, this morning. It's fair to say, Chris, that he doesn't think that this pay freeze is voluntary.
So what happens to someone who doesn't agree to sign this form that's been sent to them?
Everybody will be taking the pay freeze.
No, but what happens if they don't sign the form?
Well, then they'll have a separate conversation.
So they could lose their job if they don't sign the form?
Everybody will have the pay freeze.
But they're being asked to sign volunteer. Why are they being sent this form if everyone's having the pay freeze?
So that's that variation of the contract.
So this email that's been sent shouldn't say, can you please sign up to this? It should say you must sign up to this. This is a condition of your employment that you sign up to this.
This is our position of budget, a pay freeze for all executive level staff.
Some pretty clear words from the Chief Minister, Michael Gunner there. Chris, he's obviously saying that he doesn't think these public servants have any option but to sign up to this move that would see their pay frozen for at least the next 3 years. Now, the government is under increasing pressure to cut costs, given that Moody's has just today downgraded its credit rating to a Aa3.